And what up, people? Dreadlock, Archie here, Baldo with 19 months update. Just want to throw out there, sometime last month, like very recently, just woke up, it felt like, damn, they're there. So right now, I'm like, golden, I'm happy, they're there. So I reached my first goal, which wasn't a timeline, it was a stage. I think I'm there, high five me, I'm like golden right now. But let's give us a catch up real quick then. So I started my locks with twist and rip, crochet, and backcombing. Not all combined, just all three different styles. I think I combined the twist and rip and some backcombing. Crochet was all his own, and yeah, I just handled it. I did most of these. Somebody else did the ones back here using the crochet needle, some, and then she also did some twist and rip. So for the most part, twist and rip was the solid, backcombing was good alternative, and crochet hook just because she could do it and I couldn't. So that was that. Maintenance that I started doing was using the rubber bands, but not really the rubber bands. They're like plastic coated. They're kind of like this. Oops. Anywho, that was that. And then my shower routine, it didn't change much from my previous shower routine before locks. And it's only now, like, it was only after like month 10 that I was like, maybe I don't need to wash them like constantly. But while they're young, and I mean all the way up to like 7, 8 months, given the length I started with, they dry out plenty quick. And it could be just the weather here, because even now, it like 2-3 hours. I mean, I've heard of people that take like forever, and I think that's where like the length comes into play. But right now, it does not take me that long to dry it. So my shower routine, just about 3 days. It's pretty ABG. The longest I normally go ever, probably 5 days, and the longest I've actually gone upward of 15 days, 20, I don't remember. I was doing some camping where I was just like walking, so couldn't keep track. And then even during that point, I think once I hosed them down, because I came across a hose, and I think I used like whatever bathroom soap they had around there, but that was like after a while, so I was like, whatever, let's take it. Around months 5, 6, 7, I began the blunting process for my locks. So I'm golden with that. I like it. And what else? At around like 10, 11 months, I think I was constantly like trying to add some more locks, because I made this one deal that the front would not be locked, but then I added the ones here and the ones here. Something around 10, 11 months is when I added the last that I've added. 13, 14 months around there, all the excess loose hair, like it almost looked like on this side, but everywhere. So I began to like contemplate like a little more maintenance than just the rubber band, because the rubber bands were great. However, the hair can come out of those, and that would happen on a long enough period. You know, like some of it would stay and lock with it, but then some of it would come out, and that's ultimately what would be the process later, using the next new growth, and eventually it would just meet there again. So I started thinking like maybe you do need to do some maintenance if you want to get those random hairs to where you want them. Otherwise they would, like I said, they were like locking randomly because they just have so much length that they would reach across and do some crazy stuff. So that was that. So I think around the time, pretty much a month ago when I did that video, that's when I finally was like, I'm gonna do a little bit more than my standard, let me try it. I was like, I'm gonna crochet it. And then, God bless the internet, found some research, I figured out or found something that would work to what I wanted to do. And like I said, the crochet hook works great. but the way I did it, it would normally come out. So I did the same thing again, which is grab the loose hair and bring it down. And I'm not like pulling it like this, where I'm pulling it slowly and I'm working my way up. I literally like fold all of it and bring that in so that it's not in any like organized shape or manner. Like I'm not tining it, so I just like bring it down there, but then it would come out, right? So in combination with a little bit of wool rubbing style, where I would take a microfiber cloth and then bring it in and then rub it in a little bit. That seems to me like it's what's worked the best. Now, I don't do maintenance, and I really don't like doing maintenance. Like I said, crocheted that one, crocheted that one, crocheted some right here. Said I was gonna get to this side. I never got to this side. I did the crochet hook, and then I think that the next day I was still doing some research. I'm like, ooh, let me see if that helps. Did that. That's what's remained, but I didn't do all of it. And I feel like every single time I do some here, some there, it ultimately helps overall, but I realize I've always stayed in, I don't do maintenance on more than 10 unless it's like separating. That's kind of what I've done now. Like I'll experiment with this one, finally messed with these two this last time, and I'm always trying it out. I think I'm content, and I would almost do all of them that way, but just because I did a few, and then that helps a lot. Like with this one, it's got loose hair back here, but I don't feel like it mixing with this one is a concern anymore, because that one's been, handled. So I think it might mess with the hair back there. But just because I'm like no longer concerned about the one up front, I'm like, man, that's one that they could block with or majorly mess it up. So I'm like, whatever. And I'll just leave it at that. So I haven't done any maintenance since then, but if I catch like a nice big bunch of hair, I'm like, oh, there's that one. And I'm like, can that go into this one? Somebody helping me out, right? So I'm like, can all this hair go into that one? And she's like, nah, it's split between this one, this one, and this one. I'm like, man, just leave it, because that means 3 hours willing to deal with one, and blah. And that's pretty much how I roll. But they're coming out. I mean, ultimately, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. Hey, damn. Anywho, people of Drylock, that's pretty much right. I might remove the rubber bands because I'm getting annoyed with them. And I'll see you guys next one.